Warning, you are not watching Siskel and Ebert.
You are now entering Wang World.
So topical, back with another video. I'm Strange Wang. Today I have a movie review for Marcel, the show with shoes on. But before we get into that, go down to the description box below, click on the social media links, click on the donation links, and use them. Especially the donation links. And if you do,
I appreciate that.
But let's get down to brass tacks. I gave Marcel, the show with shoes on, a 9.5 out of 10 Wangs.
Why?
Because Marcel, the show with shoes on is one of the most purest movies ever. The childlike innocence of Marcel, the show with shoes on, is off the charts, and it's just something that's going to warm your heart, because that childlike innocence just has all these topics with great writing, given a child these topics to explore and feel like how these emotions affect him from the situations he is in, that is just broken down to the simplest way to show the true meaning of life, and that is love, happiness, peace, loving people or shells. And this is what that film puts out, and this message is very clear. It's audience, it's everyone, because this is real things. These are things kids are experiencing nowadays with social media. I love its take on social media and how Marcel the Shell handled that, because these are films that all rely on social media for marketing, and marketing is a huge part of social media, and what's on social media is pretty crazy. I mean, look at YouTube, for instance. You're watching a person named Strange Wang review movies.
Weirdo.
But all these lessons Marcel shows is just so real and important, and I love that. I love the creativity of this film as well. It is one of the most creative movies I've seen all year long. Whoever thought of this and wrote it out, and the set designers putting this together for Marcel to either use to benefit him and his grandmother in their everyday living, or having Marcel use it as a home or a hideout, for instance. It's just all very creative, and probably the most creative. No, I forgot. Everything Everywhere All at Once came out this year. Second most creative film I've seen all year.
That's fair.
Maybe. And I spoke about the writing, and I spoke about the creativity with the props and everything, but the shots, the lighting, sound, just everything in this movie is
Perfect.
it is a perfectly made movie. The filmmaking is 10 out of 10. There's nothing I can spot out saying, hey, this editing's bad. No, the editing is great. Well, that sound design was a little bit off. No, the sound design is great too. Well, the dog, it didn't do what it needed to do. Well, the dog was pretty spot on. It was pretty perfect. Well, what about the story beat? That story beat made sense, and Marcel's reaction to it was realistic. It was needed. It pulled heartstrings. It was heartwarming. Just the pureness of it that it brung out, and plot beats. There's just all good. There's nothing in this film that I can say is bad. But the reason that I gave it a 9.5 and not a 10 out of 10 is because it just didn't connect with me personally. I was heartwarmed by the experiences I had with it, but maybe experience is not the right word, because it just felt like a movie I watched. It's not like a always get confused with a documentary. Won't You Be My Neighbor? I believe that's the film. No, Won't You Be My Neighbor's documentary.
What's your point?
That, for me, that had a lot of innocence in it, but it was a experience where Marcel the Show with shoes on, I'm watching these characters, and I'm like, oh man, that's pure. That's warming my heart. That is great. That is cool. But when I finish it, nothing sticks. It just reminds you to be a better human. And maybe that unconsciously sticks with you, but it doesn't motivate. It didn't have that motivating factor for me to be like, I need to go out into the world. I need to spread love and positivity extra heavy. It was just like, man, that's a really good movie with some great lessons in it. And it was very creative as well. But other than that, it was like, It left. As soon as it finished, it left. And I can see why people love this movie so much. And if you're vegan and buy a lot of crystals, I can see why it's one of your favorite movies of the year. But for me, it just didn't have that lasting effect. It didn't have that investment. It didn't have that impact on me that made me get emotional when certain things happen throughout the film. It was like, damn. And that was it. It wasn't nothing like I was talking to the character, even though I know the character can't hear me from the TV screen. It didn't have that investment factor for me personally.
Oh, really? That sucks.
But it is a damn near perfect film, which is why I gave Marcel the Shell with Shoes On a 9.5 out of 10 Wangs. Tell me down below in the comment section thoughts and opinions. Scroll back up, hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.